We have reached another special here on Ask the Knight. Thank you for joining me, and it's a Fenice special. Yeah, little thing, folks. He kind of worked out he was pronouncing it wrong, so all this time where I wasn't pronouncing it correctly, he was getting it wrong by default. Sorry, dude. Not trying to be narky, but when you say you're getting it wrong, then you tell me I'm getting it wrong. Come on, dude. But anyway. Question 1. If you spend a whole day with either of the Ninja Turtles, who would you spend it with and why? Donnie. He loves gadgets, I love gadgets, we all get along, just peachy. And plus Donnie does machines. If you get the reference to that, kudos to you. Question 2. Without going into detail, yet secretly I think you're asking me to do so. Why do you think people have this mentality every time it's a major election year that no one has no right to vote for this person or that person? Because they're assholes. And it's the same thing I've seen on not just YouTube, but I see it on Twitter, I see it on the book, I occasionally see it on Instagram, and various other forums. Somebody has an opinion that other person does not like, and it's like, no, you're going to think the way I do, and we just basically say, you know, go fudge yourself. Here's the thing with me. I might not agree with what some people have to say, whether it be opinions or just their outlook of life. I'll say, I don't really agree with that, but that's your thing. You go do as you need to. You go do as you see fit to do, because it's your thing. And it's the same thing if someone doesn't agree with me. It's like, okay, that's your opinion. Bye. That's the attitude you should take with people like that. It also says they're very insecure because they're not willing to tolerate the opinion of others just so it suits their own small, neat little bubble that everyone has to agree with them. I'm like, no, that's not how the world works. Let's just put it this way. Imagine a world. Just imagine a world where the only video game that is played is Call of Duty. Everybody loves Donald Trump. And let's just say, everybody loves Kanye West. Now, if you happen to like those people, fine. That's your thing. Personally speaking, never been a fan of Kanye's music. It's just not my thing. I'm more of a George Michael, Jamiroquai, Huey Lewis, and on occasion, Madonna kind of guy. I'm a Sonic guy. Need for Speed and WWE. As for Donald Trump, I don't want to get into that. And we move on. Question 3. I know this is going to get me a lot of hate from Sonic fans, and yet you're asking this question. But would you like to see a new official comic book where it's a fusion of Sonic the Comic and Archie? Yes, I would. Considering how well the Sonic and Mega Man crossover is doing, I say, why not? Have at it. I'd love to see the two versions of Amy Rose go at it. I'd like to see what Styx would make of Short Fuse the Cybernic, or by extension, Techno the Canary. I'd love to see how the UK's version of Dr. Robotnik deals with, if he's still Robotnik in Archie's, I don't know. And how the two Sonics would interact. Now, as we most know, Satam Sonic is just basically a moving picture version of what we're accustomed to, from Archie's. But those that have read the Fleetway Sonic the comic, he's very antagonistic, a little bit boisterous. The guy, he really, in the UK version of Sonic, really embodies the tagline, the hedgehog with attitude. Because there are times where you're kind of reading what Sonic's saying and you think, that's kind of douchey. Especially the way he handles Charmy being Tails, especially whenever he's called Tails Pixel Brain. Whereas when you look at Archie's and by extension Saturday Morning, Sonic really sees Tails as that loving little brother that he never got. So it'd be interesting to see like Fleetway Tails goes, "How come you never treat me like that?" And of course then everybody looks to Fleetway Sonic and he's like, "Don't look at me!" So yeah, I'd love to see that. And it's that time again. You know how the shtick works by now. Leave a question in the comment section of whether this is dynamicnight.com, YouTube, or even on Twitter. Send me a tweet to the Twitter link in the outro. But until then, folks, ask again.